There's a couple of different organisations that have taken up the baton in the sense and have tried to improve community-based deaf literacy. In particular, there's an organisation called the Groundswell Project, and the Groundswell Project are very much advocates of community-based palliative care. They've actually even collaborated with Palliative Care Australia to have a Dying to Know Day, which is August the 14th. So I'm not sure if you've heard of that. So Dying to Know Day is actually all about trying to improve deaf literacy in the community and making deaf less of a barrier and less of something that people aren't interested in talking about. And so it's about providing information to the community and also ways to inform communities about how to improve their end-of-life care preferences. How do we make sure that we get the preference or the outcome that we're trying to achieve, and who are the people that need to be involved in the room when we're trying to allocate those preferences, and then how does that unfold? Some of the Dying to Know Day and a Groundswell Project is mostly about trying to get community involvement in that. So they're running things like deaf cafes, which I'm not sure if anyone's heard of. So a deaf cafe is, I know this is the wrong audience, so the wrong audience necessarily to pitch that to, but a deaf cafe is effectively much the same as what you're doing in terms of your support group. And so it is a bunch of people who want to get together and talk about end-of-life care. And there are those like around the country. So there's been a massive growth of those in probably in the last 5 years. So I mean, for instance, Groundswell Project started Dying to Know Day just as an information day about 5 years ago, and had one, well, it was probably very, very limited in terms of the people who attended and people who got involved. And now as Dying to Know Day, we're all involved as public hospitals, and we're trying to be involved in that as well in conjunction with Palliative Care Australia. So I guess what I'm saying is, in terms of answer to your question, I think there are some movements in the community as well as in the public hospital system to say that yes, palliative care and dispensing information about deaf literacy is very important, and we are trying to look at ways to improve that.